My name is Rishikesh Chavan. I head the Habitats Trust. Habitats Trust is an organization that was started by Roshni Nada Malhotra and Shikhar Malhotra. They run, she's the chairperson of HCL Tech. They're India's biggest philanthropist. And the Habitats Trust is part of the larger group. The Habitats Trust in last 6 years has been working towards addressing challenges that come out of biodiversity loss, climate change, water related issues, things like that. And the idea is to find solutions to these complex issues because, as we all know, they affect us. They affect us not just for the air that you breathe or the water that you drink, but also for our economic opportunities. So the idea is to kind of maintain ecological functionality of natural ecosystems so that we can have a thriving world, and that's the Habitats Trust. The Northeast series that why we are here today is a very interesting series. It's made by youth of the Northeast from all the states, and they have captured not just the natural beauty of Northeast and the species and the diversity that's there, but they have also captured culture and some dying traditions. Somebody is made a film on paper making, traditional paper making. Somebody's made it on how tea is made in bamboo traditionally, or somebody's talking about a World Cup cicada. And so there are these multiple films. There are 50 of them in 22 dialects of Northeast, and I think that's an amazing collection for a series. As far as my understanding goes, there is no such series existing anywhere with so many dialects covering so many cultures and issues and biodiversity, all of that. And because it's a stories from the ground, and that is what the series says, it is, I think, extremely captivating, and it highlights some of the unsung heroes that are there, because some of these films talk about people who have been working in these areas for a really long time and nobody even knows about them. So the idea is to also highlight them, and of course we hope to provide a platform for the youth of the Northeast to be able to pursue their passion and bring out the essence of Northeast out there. These are films that are now catered to the current audiences, where everybody is complaining about attention spans, and so some of these films are very creatively done in 3 minutes. Some of them maximum, I think, is about 7 minutes, and it's a daily tidbit that I think everybody needs to make their life better. The focus essentially is to put spotlight on certain things like the biodiversity of Northeast. People have heard about it, researchers and enthusiasts know about it, but the general public of this country and internationally haven't seen it, and so this is a great opportunity to bring that forward. When it's made by a local youth, the flavor that comes out and the way the culture has been shown in these films is a different experience to have about cultures, rather than reading books or seeing documentaries made by somebody who's not from Northeast. This has a very different flavor to it. So it brings really the culture out of the outcome we are expecting is that people should know about it, people should start appreciating it, and support these young filmmakers as much as they can.
Hi, I'm Rita Banerjee. I'm the founder of the Green Hub project, where it's a fellowship for youth from across the Northeast states to use video as a tool for conservation action and social change.
What about your relationship with the Northeast?
My relationship over the years has been more work-based. I'm an environment and wildlife filmmaker, and I started the Green Hub project in 2015. And it's a fellowship program where young people from across the region, mostly from indigenous communities, from marginalized backgrounds, join us for 1 year to learn about video and storytelling, but around conservation, around environment, around wildlife conservation. And now we have a whole group of people across, a whole network of youth across the region who are either working directly with the community on conservation or making films on the region. So like this 50 short film stories from the ground is an example of that.
And I'm sure there are lots of youths like who are interested in filmmaking. So how will they approach?
So the whole process is that every year we have an application process. It starts in December for the Northeast region. Applications are open for all youth from across the region, but mostly from rural areas, tribal communities, people who cannot afford this kind of training. Then they are selected through a phone interview, and then there's a face-to-face interview. And 20 fellows, 20 to 25 fellows are selected every year. Once they're selected, then they are with us for 1 year. It's a residential fellowship, and they live with us for 1 year, where they get trained in video, editing, photography, storytelling. And we partner with several organizations across the region. The fellows go into the field, shoot something, come back to Tezpur, edit that into short stories, and this process goes on for 10 months. So so anybody who's interested in this field, does not have access or does not have the support system but wants to work with conservation, can apply for the Green Hub Fellowship.
Hi, I'm Imrana. I'm director of Dusty Food Production and one of the executive producer for Stories from the Ground series. So this series has been special in many ways, and one of the unique aspect of this series is series is made by Green Hub Fellows who are also the youth from this region. So basically in this series they are telling their own stories in their own native languages. And for me as an executive producer, it has been overwhelming experience because I have seen these youth growing as a professional filmmakers. So working with them as a professional filmmakers has been really special. So, and in fact this series bring a lot of good stories, beautiful stories from the ground, which are deeply connected with their knowledge, with their community's belief and culture. And so stories like we have The Last Honey Hunter today. It's from Nagaland. Chinte is going to talk more about this film. This film mainly talks about the last honey hunter in his region. And then we have Raimona. Raimona is a recently declared national park in Northeast. It's a beautiful park, and this has been first time any filmmaker has filmed this park. And also other things which we feel is very special about this series is because most of the time we talk about like a filmmaker from outside coming and talking about the region, but here one of the uniqueness of this series is the youth from the region itself talking about their films.
Why focus on Northeast?
Because as we all know, there's a lot to know more about the Northeast. When it comes about the biodiversity, when it's come about the community culture, Northeast is really rich in that. And we really want this to come across the nation because Habitat has international connection as well. So at the international level, people also get to know about Northeast and get to know about the youth and the richness of this region when it comes to the biodiversity, traditional practices, knowledge. Yes.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Karavi Damatia and I'm from Tripura. I did a Green Hub Fellowship in 2021 to 2022, and after my fellowship I got to know about this opportunity, so I applied for it, and luckily I got selected. So my film is about traditional medicine. So traditional medicine is widely practiced in Tripura even today. So but then we are losing natural forests because rubber monoculture is widely practiced in Tripura. So for that I want to document and preserve it.
So what is the main story? What is the main motive of making this story?
The main motive is to conserve the traditional knowledge, because traditional knowledge are passed down from generation to generation orally, so and mostly undocumented. So that's my main motive, to document and preserve it. Of course, Green Hub. Without Green Hub, I would not be here because it taught me like how to film, how to interact with the community, how to, understand the community from their perspective, like not judge them from our point of view. So,
Hi, my name is Chente from Nagaland. I am Green Hub alumni, third batch 17 to 18 batch,
Okay.
and currently I'm working as a freelancer in Nagaland.
Okay. Can you describe in brief your film?
The films talks about the last honey hunter, talks about the last surviving honey hunter in one of the village called Ui in Nagaland, Noklak district, and it also talks about the vanishing culture of our community. So earlier there used to be a particular kind of bee harvest, but these days the number of bee hives also have decreased, and at the same time the number of bee hunters are also decreasing. So I wanted to revive these practices because it has lots to do with the uh, community friendship, and also there are lots of importance about the bee harvest, which means there is a celebration during the bee festival, so where women folks and old and young all come together and celebrate during the harvest of the bee